Are we live? Are we live? I can't tell. Are we live? Somebody let me know if we live in the chat. Somebody let me know. Let me see. Let me see if we live in the chat. Are we live? I can't. There we are. I see we live. I see we finally live. What up, Rami, Marco, Nitro, G Face? What up, man? Let me know when you guys pull up to the stream, man. Let me know when you guys pull up. Say what's up in the stream. Let me know you guys are here, man. We live from the hotel room. You guys can see we live from the hotel room. I got a story about it. What up, bro? What up? What up? What up? You say you live. What up? What up, Cuzzo? Cuzzo's in the building. What up, Dr. Yang? We good. Where we at, man? We are in Minnesota, man. We are in Minnesota. So what up? What up, Marco? I got no sound effects, bro. I want to hit. Hey, yo. What up, JR? What up, man? What is up, everybody? Yo, love. It's Yo Love in the building. I want to hit the but I can't do it. Crew, where you be? What up, man? I'm in Minnesota, man. I'm in freaking Minnesota right now. Minnesota people live there, bro. Who you telling? I can't even. I can show y'all my outside, but it's not really crazy going on out there, man. What kind of fancy hotel is that? Rick, what up? LT, what up? What up? What up? Yeah, I did hit up Freddie. I saw him last night. That's my cousin. I like me too as my cousin. I hit him out. He came out here. We had dinner last night. Influencers making way too much bank. Rick, I would need you to. So listen. So first of all, I don't know who's in LT. You're in Chicago. Supreme just restocked Air Force Ones if anybody needs them. Okay, bet. LT, you're in Chicago, bro. So you know how bad the air quality is there, man. It's awful. It's terrible. So I was driving out here anyway. I was coming out here on, I think it was either Monday night or Tuesday. I was coming out here Monday night or Tuesday with the plan of just turning around and coming home. But we got here and wifey was just like, yo, because she's, this is for work. So wifey's like, we don't want you guys, we don't want you to leave. How about you just stay and hang out? And we hung out. And the air quality is really trash back home anyway. So we said, we'll just stay. So that's why you guys haven't seen me, honestly, bro. That's why I don't have my camera. I don't have anything. I wasn't even planning on coming here and staying. But since I'm here, we're going to kick it till tomorrow night. And I should be back in the studio Saturday morning. What up, crew? Yeah, man. Hey, this is a StreamYard. So if we got any of the homies who want to pop on through a StreamYard, y'all let me know. I'll send y'all the link. This is a StreamYard, so I can send you guys the link. What up, crew? What up, James? Minnesota? Yeah, I know. Tony Bands, what up? Last time I was in Minnesota, I was 14 years old. Good morning from Lakeland, Florida. What up, man? What up, Kevin? Good morning, crew in chat. Pinkies up. Y'all already know, man. Pinkies up. Very thick air, hard to breathe. Yes. Listen. The air back home, guys, listen. So I hit up Shane, Rick, I hit up Shane because he lives in Canada. I hit up Shane. I was like, yo, is it really that bad in Canada? Is it really that bad? Because as thick as the air was in Chicago, I just couldn't imagine that it would be any better in Canada. I just couldn't imagine. The air was so bad. I came out of my house and was like, yo, where's the fire? I had no idea about what was going on with Canada and all that stuff. And then I start saying it, and people are like, yo, it's from Canada. It's from Canada. And I'm like, yo, wait, so wasn't it blowing towards New York? And then now the wind has now shifted it towards Chicago, towards Illinois. So I don't know, man. It was bad. Oh, I should have hit you up, JR. It was horrible? Really? No, Roll Tide, what up? Oh, it's really that bad, JR? Damn, bro. Listen, like I said, I don't know anybody. Well, I do know, I actually know a couple people from Canada. But I was like, man, so it was over in New York and then it came back towards us. So I don't know, man. It's really bad. They canceled everything back home. My son has like football camp. They canceled camps. Everybody's advised to stay in the house. It's not like yellow, orange, or nothing like that. It's not like that yellowish orange that I seen the pictures from like New York, but it's still like a thick layer. Like you're breathing in something for sure. What up, Curtis? What up, man? They say the weather bad out here too, but I can tell you can't tell the difference. No, I just sent you a DM to show me. Brello, answer this one. Let's do DoorDash. They're probably downstairs. I'm in Detroit. It was crazy, really. You can answer it, Bray. Don't even worry about it. You can answer it. If they tell them to bring it up. Bring it up. My bad, crew. Missed the soundboard though. Yardy, I know. Yardy, I know. I'm dying. I can't hit the good morning. Woo. Hey, that's all I can do for y'all today, bro. That's all I can do for y'all today. What up, crew? Glad you're still running the stream, given the circumstances. Yeah, man. So my wife, we kind of go back and forth between Minnesota and back home. So this time there's not a ton of drops happening. There's nothing crazy happening right now. Let me know if anybody wants the link, bro. Hold on. Let me copy this link. Let me copy the link. Give me 1 second, chat. Give me 1 second, chat. Give me 1 second, chat. Give me 1 second. My bad. This is a little different because I got everything on one monitor. To all of the streamers who use one monitor, bro, like shout out to you, dog. Like shout out to you 1000%. All of the streamers that use one monitor, this is wild, bro. All of the streamers using one monitor. Yeah, you could jump on for sure. Let me send you the link. Grab my phone, bro. Thank you. Did you answer? Okay. Good morning, crew. What up, Monica? It ain't thick though. We down bad with the smoke. It reached Western Massachusetts. Really? Thank you. Canceled your son's track meet. Yeah, exactly. Tony Bands. That's exactly what's going on. Air quality is bad in this area. Where's everybody from? It's still pink. It's still smoky in Green Bay. Yeah, so I drove through Wisconsin. It was pretty bad, man. It was pretty bad. At least you can't get flagged by humming it. Yeah, facts. What's good, family? What up, Chris? Chris, what up? SneakerCon DC, man. SneakerCon DC is coming up. Here, let me send this link to the family, man. Let me send this link to the family real quick. My bad, chat. It's a little different today. Here, Rick, you got the link coming your way. James, you got the link coming your way. If you guys are not at work and you guys want to pop on and just chill with your boy, man, do it. JR, you might want to hop on too, JR. Who knows, man? We got nothing. We got a couple of things we could talk about, but for sure, man. Let me send this over to the family and see if anybody wants to pop on with me. Let's see. Okay. All right. Sent the link to a couple family members, man. If you guys want to pop on, let me know. My bad. I'm trying to catch up. What's the word, fam? What up, Juan? What up, Juan in the building, man? Juan is here. Yeah, it's tough. I need my 3 monitors and I don't even stream. Bro, you got one monitor and y'all are streaming, bro. Shout out to y'all, man, because this is tough. Just came to LV instead. Las Vegas? Yeah, I know, man. Just come to Las Vegas instead. I know, man. Hey, I know. I wish it's gonna be better. What up, Ash? Ash is here. We can start the show. Ash is here. We can start the show. What up? Make sure you guys hit that like button for this stream, man. If you guys haven't hit that like, I can't see the likes or anything on the stream. So if you guys haven't hit the like button already on this stream, hit the like button. This is our first stream back in a couple of days, man. So let's make it a good one. Ali. Doesn't matter. It's still bad in the shot. What up, Ma? Ma's in the building. What up? Told you I got the hotel already. Let me get that link. Yeah, I sent the link out to some people. New Jersey, New York City said air quality is worse than yesterday. That's crazy. Hold on, give me a second, chat. I just figured something out. Hold on, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. My bad, crew. This is different. I'm trying to just figure some stuff out. Let me go in here really quickly. Let's turn this on. Save that. Yo, this is crazy when you're streaming outside of your normal stuff. This is crazy. And the one monitor is wild because I can't see y'all right now. How do I get there? That's what I want to do. How do I get there? All right, it says it's limited for whatever reason, which is cool. 24 likes, man. I appreciate it. 24 likes. Let's get it. Let's get it. Run it up. 24 likes. There we go. I found it, crew. I found it, crew. I found it, crew. This is what I want to do. My bad. It's taking a while because I'm asking this computer to do a ton of things. So I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. Customize. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. All right, and we good, and we good, and we good. My bad, crew. What do we got here? Anybody want to pull up? Let me know. Good morning, everyone in chat. Much love from Chicago. Shout out to LT, man. What's good, crew? Hope we having a blessed day. 100%, man. Hope all of you guys are having a blessed day, man. Yo, what's good, crew? What up, Philly Nation? What up? What up? What up? I'm trying to catch up on some of these comments. I see you doing your mod duties. Thank you, guys. JR is in the building. We got JR in the building. Hold on. Let me make sure you're ready. Give me a thumbs up if you're good to go. Good to go? All right, bet. Let's get him on the stream, man. Shout out to the homie JR, man. What's up, bro?
What up? What's going on? Oh, wait, we can do it. Wait, hold on. Can we do this sideways? Will it work, man?
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay, here we go.
Hey, my boy got the setup. My boy got the setup. What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm good, bro. I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I'm in the hotel, so I'm, it's kind of cool to be outside of the house, though. I mean, it's cool, but it's different, right?
Why are you Minnesota, bro?
I told you my wife's a nurse.
Oh, okay.
She's a nurse,
okay.
So we travel around, and she has a job up here. So typically she would fly down, and then maybe I drive up to just to like make a little trip and come home or something like that. But this time we decided to just come up, and she's like, "Don't leave." I was like, "All right," so I'll stay. But I didn't have my camera or nothing, so I was just like, I couldn't do anything crazy. So
true.
But I did want to talk a little bit, and since I got you here, maybe this is a good time to talk about it. How do you feel about? I sent you the link, Rick, to your phone. All right, man. So shout out to everybody in the building. But how do we feel about everything that's going on with Born and Raised? The homie passed away, but I noticed some things that I don't really like, and I don't know how you feel about it.
Oh man,
went through the roof, right? Like they went up.
Of course. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I knew who Born and Raised was before the Dunk SBs. I'm not gonna pretend and act like I knew who Spanto was. Much respect to him and his family. Thoughts and prayers. Go out to them. What up, Rick?
What up?
But it just it sucks having to watch the pairs do that. But this is the supply and demand situation, especially after somebody passes away. It's going to happen. There's no way to stop it. We saw it with Virgil. We saw it with Kobe. We're going to see it with other people. Unfortunately, it's part of the market. It's part of the resale market, and there's nothing that you can really do to get around it. Shouts to people. I don't know if the whole StockX situation was true. I know that people were saying that they stop people from bidding or doing asks, but then other people were able to bid on stuff. But yeah, it's kind of tough. It makes me reminds me of, remember when those Kobe's went out 2 years ago? That store in Italy sent them out early. There was 30 pairs or 40 pairs that went out.
Mm.
It was the Mamacita before the Mamacita.
Okay.
Remember how they got released like early and like pairs were going for like 10 grand, like 12 grand, it was something crazy. We like, because those were early and like unconfirmed, and Vanessa Bryant put out a statement being like, these aren't supposed to be out. This is ridiculous.
Right.
You guys shouldn't be buying them, blah, blah, blah. We actually used that like from like an eBay standpoint, and we were able to like stop listings and like be like, all right, cool. Until they come out, like we're not going to support that. So, I mean, watching StockX do that now, that's awesome. Pardon me, but to my point, you can't. There's only so much you can do to stop it, and it's going to, these places are platforms, they're marketplaces, so they're going to sell stuff.
Right. Well, this is a shoe that hasn't released yet. I'm here in LA. I'm actually in Venice Beach. I'm actually in Venice, where, you know, born and raised, kind of plant their seeds. And I got to be honest, I'm going to say something super controversial. I hope nobody's recording this because I'm probably going to get in a lot of trouble. I am genuinely disappointed in the skate shop community, not skaters, but the skate shops. The pairs were already sent to a lot of local retailers. And, you know, around early mid last week, we were hearing about the backdoor. People were offering us the backdoor price on the born and raised. And guess what? Those retailers have the pairs. And guess where those pairs are going to go? They're not going back to Nike.
Right.
No.
They're not going back to Nike. And this is where I'm super disappointed, where even like the local skate shops here in LA, you know, Spanto was, this is his home. Like, honor the man, donate the money to charity, put the pairs up for charity auction. No, I'm 100% sure, SB Romy. I'm 100% sure.
What do you say?
100% sure. Because Romy's saying nobody got the pairs yet. I'm 100% sure a couple local shops in LA got the pairs because they were offering it to me last week personally. And I obviously I said no.
And who's to say, like, you know, like, no disrespect to the situation by any means, like, but who's to say like people didn't reach out to some of those high school kids and be like, yo,
right, what do you want?
You and your friends got pairs. Oh, let me give you a rack for each
that's
pair.
What I thought.
Like, I'm gonna tell you right now. That Venice High School is just a few blocks away from here. I took a drive by, bro. Resellers camped out every day talking to people. You know what I mean? But you know but that's what irritates me, is that, like, here's an opportunity to, like, for Nike to go back to these retailers and you know, like what they did for Virgil, right? They put up a bunch of pairs on auction and they donated all the money to charity, right? The Louis Vuitton Air Forces all went up on auction, right? The first 100 pairs or whatever. But these pairs are already at the skate shops, and we know the skate shops are notorious for backdoors.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Rami said something too. He said those kids are probably the ones who got the pairs up on StockX,
right?
You know, because we know
they got college bills to pay for. Those kids are graduating. College ain't cheap. You know, more power to them. They got their pairs and they trying to use the money for college, I think so. But you know, these skate shops with the back door, you know, I'm gonna tell you right up, like, I got this pair on the weekend. I'm a diehard clock collector. I met a local seller who had 25 pairs. He got every single pair from the local skate shop.
That's crazy.
Backdoored everything. We've been known for years the skate shop backdoor is ridiculous, and here's another opportunity for these guys just to make more money. I think Nike should be doing more to call the pairs back, doing stuff for charity, really trying to honor the man's legacy. I'm just genuinely disappointed.
I'm disappointed.
I'm genuinely disappointed.
I'm genuinely disappointed. When I heard about it, first of all, like JR said, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I was hip to exactly who he was, what his legacy was, what he did before I found out about the born and raised SB. So I'm not here to say that at all. But the fact that when we lose someone, I feel like these, like, you know, these marketplaces should do a little bit more to kind of hinder that. You know, like you said, you know, do something. Like, you can't completely stop it, but you can say, hey, we're not going to let you do this at this point in time right now. Like, you know, something has to be put in place. I just think that it's really weird that that's the first thing that happens. We lost Virgil. I feel like that was just like ridiculous what happened with everything Off-White. Kobe, even still with Kobe, man, like, yeah, I think it was sick, bro. Like, it's almost borderline sick, but it's like, at the end of the day, people are going to do what they want to do. You know, they're going to sell their shoes. They're going to make the profit off of it if they can. To them, it's just the shoe. I understand. But to me, it's it's almost commemorative, like their image is placed onto this shoe some kind of way. So like it's a part of them. So I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I feel weird about it.
I mean, as I'm sure both of you can relate as being in the, as long as we have been in the sneaker game, it's the difference really just between like a business person and somebody who's actually a part of the culture. That's really what it comes down to, man. Like people are good. People want money. They're gonna make and both things can be true. Don't get me wrong. Like you can be a businessman and be a sneakerhead. Two things can be true at the same time. But it's a difference between like what it means to you. And if you have no attachment to Born and Raised and no attachment to Spanto, and you're like, yo, I'm gonna make a grip off these right now, I don't see why anybody wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? If you didn't have any attachment to that shit and it was literally a business to you, I don't not to say that I don't that I have a problem with it, but I also don't have a problem with it. I mean, I'm not gonna sell any of my Kobe's, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna sell any of my Off-White stuff, you know, like that's just something that means something to me. That's just, it comes down to really just like being, I guess I don't want to say using like having morals, because I don't think that like that puts people into like two different categories, but it's really just coming down to like, again, being a business person and then having something that you're like, oh shit.
I like the way you said that, because initially I'm thinking, where are your morals if the first thing that you think is, wow, time to sell? It's like, yo, but business mind says this is the best time to sell.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about that, Rick?
I think it just speaks to the fact that the number of people in the game right now, there's a large percentage of them that are profit motive driven, right? And I think that speaks to where we are in the culture, right? I think if you go back 10, 15, 20 years, you had people who would buy one and sell the other pair just to keep the pair that they had or whatever. But now, you know, Crew, you and I were at SneakerCon, right? And we were doing those live auctions. How many people were coming by our booth not saying, oh, I've been looking for this pair for personal. First thing I do, it's like a 13-year-old kid. And all three of his buddies, oh, there's no profit in this, guys. I'm not going to buy this. There's no profit in this. I'm not going to make $3. I'm not going to buy this. And then that's the state of the game. That's just where we are right now. And I'm glad that prices are so down right now, because the market is shaking out. Yeah. The market is having a shakeout, right? I've always said this, right? When the profits are high, people rush into the space, profits get cannibalized, and then people start to leave, and the cycle repeats again. So I think we're on the backside of that hill, where a lot of these people who are largely profit motive driven are exiting the space. You know, and that's great, because the people who are going to remain are the folks like us who actually care about sneakers and all of that. You know, one thing I will point at is Nipsey Hussle. When he passed away, Puma did release the capsule with Nipsey, you know, shortly after his death. I personally went on my Instagram and said, I'm buying up every single pair that I can, because I want to get ahead of these resellers, and I'm selling all the pairs on StockX and donating the money to the Nipsey Hussle Charity Foundation. That's what I did. I went and bought every single pair that I possibly could. I snapped it up. I was super open about it. It was on my IG, and I sold every single pair on GOAT and StockX, made $100, and I donated all the money to the Nipsey Hussle Foundation. You know what I mean? Because I wanted to get ahead of the resellers. Right. Because I knew these boneheads were going to come in there and try to undercut everybody and resell the pairs. So I think it's just sad where the game is. But the market is shaking out. We've got way too many people that are profit motive driven right now.
I think that we're starting to see that, like you said, it's shaking out. People are, I don't know if they're scared or if there's maybe second guessing their decisions to hop into sneakers for profit at this point. Because of some of the release, well, a lot of the releases that we're getting, there's not a lot of resale value in them. So we're getting collab heavy. See a lot of new Travises coming up. Not a lot of people even liking those. Not a lot of people even like new Travises that are supposed to be coming out. So what happens when you start to dislike even the best collab? What happens then? I don't know.
No, I've been waiting for the Travis bubble to pop, man. It's been 6 years. It's been 6 years, and like you say his name on a shoe and put it on a shoe, and it's like it's been 6 years. Like I don't think that's going anywhere personally. Like
you don't think so?
Why can't we just? But let me jump in there. Like, here I am talking about us about too many people that are profit motive driven in the culture. And then we go, the Travis bubble is going to bubble. The bubble is referring to the resale price or the market value of the sneaker, right? So we are kind of somewhat unconsciously part of the problem when we start talking about bubbles and prices and da 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 da. Why can't we just talk about the fact that it's a nice shoe?
But is it? That's what I'm trying to say.
Agree. I agree with you, Rick. Rick, I'm right there with you. Absolutely. We inherently become a part of the problem because we talk about it and we fuel these conversations and whatnot. So I totally agree with you on that. But I love coming down to just like, I think it was, shout out Roscoe, but he was going through like a complex top something there. He was going through top 10 lists yesterday. and then he went through a Seth Fowler one. And it was from 2020, and like Seth Fowler had a couple hot, like they were like to Roscoe and like to people like that are in the culture that are a little bit younger and like a little bit hype. Like Seth Fowler had like Air Max 270s as one of his top 10, like just the regular ass Air Max 270, and like he was like what? And I'm like, bro, that's like, it was an innovative shoe. It was brand new. It came out. How is that not part of somebody? You know what I mean? How these are different values that people have in shoes, right? And like there was something else on his list. I can't remember what it was, and it was the same thing. And it was like, man, these are good shoes. Like this is a good list, and it's like wild to see people rip it apart because they're looking for like something to be higher or lower or not have something included or having something included. Like it's pretty funny. Like.
I'm one of those guys, right? People always ask me like, "Oh, Rick, if you could go, like, if your house is burning down, what shoe are you going back to get?" It's my Reebok pumps, bro. My Reebok pumps.
I love
my pump.
I got
Red Octobers. I got off-white ones. I got every shoe you could possibly imagine. But I'm coming back for my pumps.
Back for those.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm trying to get right now as like a pair in the collection. Funny you brought up Reebok. Like I just want a pair of plain white Club C's for the summer. Like something fresh to keep by the door, you know what I mean? It goes with literally everything. You don't, you know what I mean? You're not going out of your way. It's like set, like, I don't know, in the US, they're probably like $70. I think here they're like 90 or 110, but it's like just something simple and clean to keep by the door. And it's not like hype. It's just a nice shoe. Like,
so if
Mr. Exclusive just said it. Sorry?
If Roshi's come back, are we hopping back on?
You know what?
I used to like the Roche, man.
I never liked. It's funny, okay. So like when I watch like you guys in the morning and shit, I don't know about Rick, but like the first like half of my working career, I worked at Foot Locker. Yeah. So I was just a part of like every release, whether it was like good, whether it was crap, whether it was hype, whether it was a Jordan, whether it was Adidas, whether it was inline, whether it was not. Like I used to not like I correlate a lot of these things to like where I was when these things were hot, and like 2014, 2015, like Roshi, like 2013, even push back to 2013, like it was so heavy of a shoe. There were so many pairs coming out and being sold. I understood what was going on and like having that like free forming upper with like not many stitches and like keeping it kind of like minimal. I never liked them. I thought I got the style and I got why people bought them. I never rocked with the Roshi myself. And I think it's cool. I think it's cool that they're coming back. I love nostalgia sells. Like literally that's all that sneakers is basically selling shit that's been out before. So it's gonna happen. Who knows if they'll push colorways. I don't think it'll do. Remember when like they brought Ultra Boost 1.0s back and people were like, oh, for like a month and then like nothing happened. I think it's gonna be like that. Like it's gonna be, oh sick, they're back, and people are gonna buy up colorways and like you'll see like maybe like a niche sneaker TikTok Roshi like group of people. That.
And then it's over.
Yeah. I was always a Cortez guy over Roshi's anyways. I had a couple pairs of Cortez. You know, you could just beat them up on the trains running in and out of the subway in New York. So for me, the Cortez over the Roshi. By the way, Ty says, Rick, you know you got a pair of Adobes. Yeah, my Adobes are trapped at Crew crib. Crew is holding my Adobes hostage.
They steal mine, bro. They steal mine.
He's like, I'm gonna go to Minnesota. He could wait.
Rick got so
Crew's
many
about
bears,
to-
don't care. He forgot about them Adobes. He's like, oh damn, my bad. I got those at your crib. I gotta get those away from you.
Crew's about to have a pair of mine too, so I want to make sure I get
Yeah,
those
I
in
know.
sneaker count, bro.
Was it the Travis's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's funny, like, you know, JR, you were talking about the fact that you know, they're just retroing, and I've always been I've said this a million times, right? I think it's just like it's super sad that none of the brands have been able to really come up with interesting new product, right? Like it's always got to be a retro, right? It's got to be a 1, it's got to be a 5, it's got to be a 4, it's got to be a Samba, it's got to be a Superstar, it's got to be a like outside of the Vapor Max, right? I can't think of a product in the last 10 years, maybe, you know, outside of the Yeezys that have really hit. Yeah. There you go.
This is just one example, right? Like this is a pandemic shoe. Nike like produced and designed this during the pandemic, and they were like, "What the hell are we doing with this crazy ass midsole?" But it, again, shout out to like Roscoe. He was talking about this morning. Nike can't, like, specifically, I guess we're talking about maybe like Nike and Jordan. Like Jordan doesn't really innovate a whole lot, and if they do, it's really questionable usually. But Nike innovates a lot, and Nike innovates a lot, but it's just a matter of whether or not that's your like lane. Like for example, like ISPA stuff. Like it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild looking, but like the people that are into like that, like low key ACG, outdoorsy / sustainable / just like people that are into that, they're like, oh, okay, cool. Like I guess that's for them, and like that shit is innovative, right? You can't deny that. Like I'm trying to think of other brands and other.
How do they bridge the gap between like innovative and like good, like making it look nice though? I think that's the problem with even like ISPA. Like it might be innovative, but it looks like I don't know what like.
Well, look at the fastest. You know what footwear brand had the fastest growth last year? Hoka and On. Look at Decker Brands. So I'm actually really irritated. Decker Brands, which is the parent company that owns On, go look at their stock price, bro. Go look at Decker Brands stock price. We've been sitting here focusing on Adidas and Nike like bozos. Go look at Decker Brand stock price, bro. Like, and I still think they got some runway.
Oh, they do.
They got a lot of runway because we're at this, like, the trend right now is not hype. You know, where did we, you know, I went, you know, we went to some nice restaurants over the weekend celebrating the baby and all that. And, you know, a year ago, we'd be walking around, everyone wearing hype sneakers. They got the Unions, the right now, it's like the Panda Dunks ushered in this wave of just what the brands are calling normcore. People just wearing low-key sneakers, right? Everyone's wearing wide-legged, flared-out pants. No one's really wearing the tight-leg taper joints to show off their high top. So right now, we're in this world where people ain't really wearing super-duper hype sneakers. And On and Hoka are just killing it. Sambas are having a resurgence. I give them joints 6 to 12 months tops, right? But
Solomon's in there too. Like
Solomon's killing
shout
it.
Shout out the homie Brian Diaz. Like he's been killing it for like the last 2 years with Solomon as their CD. So he's a homie I've met a couple times at Complex Con, and we actually met on Clubhouse before any of this shit really popped off. So it's kind of cool to see that brand pop off. But yeah, man, seeing like I walk outside downtown Toronto, and every 5th person I see has a pair of Ons on, or a pair of, and like every 10th person has a pair of Hokas. And like Hokas are bigger in the States too. Like even West Coast, like a lot of homies and coworkers I mess with like love Hokas, and like a lot of nurses. Hoka's big here too. Man, I was just Hoka's got a retail. I didn't even know Hoka had retail stores. I was in Chicago. Hoka's got a retail store downtown. I was like,
bro, On has prime time tier 0 doors here in LA, like on Abbot Kinney, in Century City Mall. Like these are like prime time shopping districts of Los Angeles, and On has like big retail presence. Nike doesn't even got a store on Abbot Kinney here in LA, but On does. It's crazy. It's crazy.
What's that other one we looked at? Was it Allbirds?
Allbirds is there too.
Allbirds is all right. I haven't messed with them. I've just seen their name kind of come up. They did a pop-up in Toronto probably about 3-4 years ago, right? Probably 2019, right before pandemic. And I was like, a friend was working at it and I went and checked it out. I'm like, oh, these are kind of cool, like sustainable. I think they're like recycled, like they're all recycled too, I'm pretty sure.
Recyclable, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like kind of nice casual stuff for like if you're trying to be business casual, maybe put on a little suit, wear these nice little kicks, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But the homie says,
I can't say nothing about Allbirds. We got to be nice with Allbirds because one of Allbirds' biggest investors is an investor in Wanted right now. So
I know. We talked about that. That's
we like the Allbirds. We ain't got no problem with Allbirds around here.
We definitely discussed that. What else is going on in sneakers, man? Is there anything that's been crazy? I feel like I've been kind of low key offline for a while.
Can I just state something? Because people were clowning me the other night, and I just want to make a very bold statement.
Go for it.
Say it again. Shoe of the year.
Speaking of that,
I'm calling it.
That's crazy. Oh, we're gonna do that right now. The
SB4 until I got these in my hand were my shoe of the year, but these are beautiful, man. These are beautiful. And you guys heard that. You guys heard it was all over the news yesterday. I kind of knew about this for a while. I couldn't say nothing, but you know, Edison Chen, Clot severed their ties with Nike.
I was just gonna bring that up.
That's a big one. You know, and I think what you're gonna see, and again, I can't talk too much about it because I'm married to an Adidas employee and I get in trouble. But now that the news is out,
this guy's got too much red tape. This guy's got too much red tape on him, bro. I don't know. Rick, I don't know about you.
You will not find a single pair of Adidas in my collection outside of my 750s.
Okay,
truth.
But I feel like the clot collab kind of started to get stale too. Was there anything that you could talk about, anything that you know of was the deciding factor to say, all right, it's time to just be done?
I don't know what it was, but to me, Nike going after I don't know how to say this politely. I can't date my boyfriend's ex-girlfriends. You know what I mean? My homie's ex-girlfriends. You know what I mean? You do it once, okay, fine. But you go and date every one of your homie's exes?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is just another Nike, someone who built their legacy. Obviously Clot is a brand that existed outside of Nike and they've been doing their thing, but we only heard about Clot realistically through the Nike collabs that go back 15, 20 years, right? So, Jeremy Lorenzo, Kanye, you name it, one after another. These are all just people who built legacies at Nike and Adidas just poaching them. Bop, bop. So I just think it's a bad look for Adidas as much as, I've been kind of saying it for a minute. So I can't say too much about what's coming down the pipeline, but
I wonder what that's going to look like, though. I don't know how you can. I feel like it's weird to jump ship like that when we've become accustomed to the way something looks and the way it feels in one space, and then what is the Clot Adidas like? What is that? I can't visualize it. I can't see it.
I feel like Adidas just gave him a bigger bag.
That's it.
To be honest with you,
that's what it is.
Clot's been with Nike for how long, right? They've had the ability to do how many silhouettes. Nike's probably offered them so many different models, so many different silhouettes. There's things that we haven't seen, we'll probably never see that they probably did, right? That'll never come out. And I just feel like I don't know why leave Nike? You know what I mean? Right.
It's because of who said it? I can't remember who. I mean, essentially, Kanye talked about this when he jumped over to Adidas, right? He's like, I wanted more control over the product, and Adidas does that, right? Even I know because my wife actually is working on the whole thing with Edison Chen, so I can now kind of openly rap about it. But Adidas will give you a team. They will give you access to the product creation process and really allow you to have some insight there. Whereas Nike's just here, Travis, here's a shoe. We'll put a reverse swoosh on it. Do you like a mocha? Yeah. All right, Travis, done.
And let's run 6 different variations of it. Let's run 6 of them. Let's run them all.
Right. So you see when DJ Khaled was doing the 5s, they just brought over a bunch of samples to his house and they were all right, pick the ones you like and we'll slap We the Best on it. Whereas
that's what it felt like though.
Yes. and Adidas will kind of create like a business around those collaborators, right? So to someone like a Kanye or Lorenzo or Edison Chen, it's like, oh wow, these guys are actually going to invest in me and put a team around me so that I can create product that I want, versus walking into a room surrounded by a bunch of samples and just picking and choosing things off a multiple choice list and saying, okay, I like that. You know what I mean? So that's essentially why.
Two things to what you just said. I like that you said like Adidas is going to give you what you need, because when everybody was like, Yeezy doesn't need Adidas, it was like, no, absolutely he does, because he doesn't have the infrastructure. He didn't have factories. He didn't have a team. Like, well, he had a team, but like not within the space of managing a brand on a worldwide global scale to be able to distribute and manufacture and all of that shit. He didn't have any of that. So that's crazy. And then I'm trying to remember what my second point was.
It happens to me all the time in the stream.
I had it. I know. I had it in my
so
head,
many thoughts, and then they all just go.
Yeah.
Hoodie says Fear of God is going to save Adidas, though.
I think it's going to be interesting.
Oh.
I was not. Go.
Got it. Okay, so this is like, okay, so this is how I imagine. There's two different conversations. You're a huge superstar who's going to put their name on a shoe with either Nike or Adidas, and this is how the meeting goes. You meet with Nike, and they go, "Here's what we have for you."
Right.
And they said, "Here's a marketing plan. Here's how it's going to go. This is you. This is your name. Blah blah blah." They have it all done. You meet with Adidas, and they're like, "What do you want to do? What do you need?"
Right.
Yeah.
And those are two completely different conversations to have. And I just I don't know these things, obviously, but we've seen, like you said, Kanye was with Nike, left for Adidas. We see Claude doing it. We saw Jerry do it. Like, we've seen a lot of people do it.
But more often than not, it's a car crash. Yeezy is the one example, because you actually had a designer. Like, as much as I don't like Kanye, he is a creative genius, right? And his product, until it was pretty good,
right?
But Ivy Park is an example of how shit can just get off the rails super quickly, right? Because you've got a partner team whose heads are all over the place, and let's be honest, Adidas doesn't necessarily get the cream of the crop at times in terms of talent. So that whole Ivy Park thing was just a disaster, right? And outside of Yeezy, we see that like Pharrell. What's that fat kid from the Old School movie?
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill. We giving Jonah Hill shoes? Remember, Adidas got Sean Witherspoon.
That's Adidas' lane, though. That's Adidas. That's like, yo, what's good? Like,
you get a shoe.
Didn't Childish Gambino have an Adidas? Like, if Childish Gambino has a shoe, that should be. He's one of the biggest fucking stars in the world. Why is that not blown up in like $1,000? Like, it doesn't. That doesn't make sense to me.
Even like with Bad Bunny, I feel like Bad Bunny had I don't know where he's going. I don't know where he's going, but I think he had like a run of shoes that he did pretty well with. But now I don't know. I think he's doing this already. It seems too soon for Bad Bunny to be doing this with sneakers.
Adidas is doing
superstar. Sorry.
No offense to your wife and Adidas, obviously, but Adidas is doing what Adidas does. Is actually what Nike used to do too. It's like, oh, we're doing something good. Let's just pound it into the ground until it dies. And that's what they're doing with like Bad Bunny forums and like all that shit. It's just like, okay, well,
I just think Nike, because they've been around a little bit longer, they have a better sense for like life cycle management, right? Kind of like the harvest versus invest decision around the business, right? I think just like Nike's better about life cycle management, whereas Adidas is like, aha, that works, kill it.
Right.
It's like, oh, Bad Bunny got a forum. Ooh, those forums are popping. Let's release 10 more in 10 different colorways. Like, I don't want another Bad Bunny forum. I'm gonna just call it, right? I don't want another Bad Bunny CL response. But the biggest superstar in the world, he's toe to toe with Drake in terms of most streams. I've gone to Asia, I've gone to South America, I've gone every part of this world, and you hear Bad Bunny.
Right.
And you gonna give him another forum? Nah, be like, step it up. So I just, that's my point of view on that, is that I just don't think, as much as we liked the Kanye model, you had a personality that was different, and you can't templatize that model on all these other different collaborators. At some point, The Nike model actually makes a little bit more sense, which is like, here, Mr. Bad Bunny, here, Mr. DJ Khaled, here are 10 shoes. Pick one of them. You're going to make your bag. We're going to make our bag too. Just pick which one you like, and we're going to stamp your logo on it, and off we go. You know what I mean?
I think that's what happens when they start to pluck people from Nike too, even when it comes to like their collaborators. What works for Nike and that collaborator probably won't work for Sean Witherspoon. Like it just like none of his releases seem to ever hit for me. So I don't know. I think they just kind of figured that what works for Nike will work for them when they're in two different spaces. And we view them differently too. Like we view them differently. The design model, I don't know what it is, if it's just the swoosh that's just that much better than three stripes in general. Like is it that simple? I don't know. But it seems like Nike's design always tends to come out on top.
Yeah. How do we feel about Fear of God Adidas? That's the big one, right? I think for the first time in a long time, I'm actually pretty excited about a collab or kind of a product line that Nike's gonna or Adidas is gonna be releasing. I think some of the early product photos are really dope.
Yeah.
I know some of the people that have been working on the Fear of God line. I think they actually got some really good folks there.
I wasn't mad at it.
I'm not mad at it. Yeah.
I saw it. I wasn't mad at it from when I seen early photos. Do they have the is that a Fear of God basketball shoe too? Did I see that correctly?
Yeah.
I don't mind that one either. I don't mind it. I don't know if it's gonna be the saving grace. I don't know how to save it, but I guess to answer the question, I like what I'm seeing so far, and I'm interested. I'm intrigued. I'll probably buy something to see how it works.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just curious to know how Adidas is going to manage the life cycle of these products, because I think there is a lot of excitement. We've been waiting on the pipeline. We've been waiting on the products for quite some time now. I think Lorenzo jumped over like a year and a half, 2 years ago now.
Yeah, almost 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's been almost 2 years, and we haven't really seen a lot. So there's been a lot of buildup. I'm just curious to see how Adidas is going to manage the excitement here, because some of this stuff is going to pop right off the bat. There's going to be a lot of excitement, but are they going to NMD it? Are they just going to, are they going to Ivy Park it and create 80,000 SKUs per drop and have a drop every 60 days to the point where we're like, we're good. Send that to the outlet. I'll grab it over there. That's the open question, right? Anyway,
I mean, first of all, I don't think Adidas needs saving by any means. I just think they're not as popular as they used to be when they had Kanye. So I mean, like saying saving is kind of wild. But I mean, like,
I disagree.
I was going to say, I
bluntly disagree. I bluntly disagree, man.
I don't know.
There's a couple of key metrics you can look at. I'm gonna just jump in. I'm gonna shut up. There's a couple of key metrics we need to look at when we say they need saving, right? If you look at R&D dollars spent, I'm a financial analyst. I worked on Wall Street for years. If I look at like R&D versus incremental growth, right? Just like a ratio of like how much new money are we spending to get revenue through the door? Adidas's ratios are way off whack. They're throwing a lot of money in the hole and they're not getting a lot back. So there's that. You look at the number of products that are actually the inventory buildup, right? That, the amount of product that has to get discounted. Nike and Adidas both have this problem, but Adidas had it really bad, right? So I actually disagree. I do think Adidas does need save because the product isn't resonating with the market. They're spending a ton of money on R&D. Silhouettes aren't hitting. Tons of product is going into the outlet mall. And they've lost their position in the market. At one point, they were gaining share from Adidas. Weirdly enough, the biggest winners right now are Skechers, On, and Hoka that are stealing share from the top two guys. So the distance between Adidas and Nike has widened. So I actually disagree. I do think Adidas needs a lot of saving right now. They're in a bad place.
And as a company, no, right? Like I don't think they need saving. They're not going to go.
Well, that's what I was saying.
Yeah. They're not going to.
Like I just like. They're not going anywhere. They're not going to go. They're not going to declare bankruptcy and like become fucking Foot Locker. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I get it. But as far as like you said, say like with like,
the financials.
Consumers, us, like I think they need to save themselves with us. Like, how do you get me to want to buy more Adidas?
And then back to the Fear of God thing. If it's like anything what Jerry did with just like Essentials in his own Fear of God line, I think they'll do like. If he's smart and Adidas lets him do it, they'll just do seasons. And I feel like it's going to, again, I don't know if it's going to, the longevity of it's going to be like, oh, the first drop, it's going to sell out and the second drop might sell out and then the third drop might not. I don't know. We'll see what the pieces are like. How many, we've only seen what, like 8
Like,
pieces from the runway show and a pair of shoes, or is it 2 pairs
that
of
can
shoes?
still change, right?
So I'm just it'll be interesting to see. Like I'm rooting for it to work. Like I want to see Jerry do well. It's just interesting to see, yeah, with Adidas and how they release and market it. Like you said, don't turn it into an Ivy Park. Like
I still don't understand that. How does Beyonce, like the biggest artist, like not sell Ivy Park? But like I said, when I looked at it, it didn't look like stuff that actual person not modeling photos would want to wear. So, but I don't know. I'd have to ask the women in the chat, if that is true. But me looking at it, my wife has looked at it and said, it's cute, but where am I going to wear it? Like, am I going to actually work out in this, whatever it is, this parachute? I don't know.
Yeah. Who knows? I got to drop for another call right now, but another big topic. I just want to voice my opinion on Jim Jones versus Pusha T in New York. Team Jim Jones, Dipset. We out of here, bro. Pusha ain't safe in New York now, boy.
I heard this.
What did Jimmy say yesterday? He said Pusha always want to be from New York, but you from Virginia, you from the suburbs, boy. I think, Jim.
I don't know, man. I feel like
Jim Jones in New Jersey. That's true.
That's fair.
That's true.
That is very true.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, push. What up, Bobby?
Right. Man? Peace, guys. Dipset. We out. Peace.
Dipset.
Peace, Rick.
No, that was a good conversation, man. I like your guys' perspectives on all of it because everyone's in a different space. So sometimes I hear you say something, I'm like, yeah, you're right, or I hear Rick say something, and so I think that's really cool.
Hey man, that's why we stream and we talk to each other because we appreciate each other's opinions, right?
Exactly, and this is different, man, because I feel like I always kind of have like an outline of like what I want to talk about and like what I want to do, and like being in this space is so like weird for me. So if I seem scatterbrained, chat, that's why, because I don't have anything. We're just here, we're just firing, man. So what are we looking forward to? Are we looking forward to anything this year outside? I mean, Jordan Brand, outside of Jordan Brand, anything coming up?
What a question right now. What am I looking forward to? I don't know right now, man, to be honest with you. I like personally, like I'm looking forward to just like, I know it's kind of like played out and the whole sneaker events have been like not the biggest topic right now, obviously for a lot of people, but just in my experience, this was my first one this year going to, so I'm really excited to see, I mean, it's in Vegas too, so it's gonna be,
I know, man, you guys are about to go
time.
To Vegas, bro.
Summer league's on too, so hopefully try and like maybe bump into some NBA players, try and get them on camera, but just getting back to the grind, enjoying that really. In terms of releases myself, man, like I don't know, man.
Right?
I don't really have anything on like a list right now, or like
here's a good one. Let's see. Here's a good one. How do we feel about it? Let me get you on here. My bad.
I mean, with 17s or where you really got to see them and like wait to see what they look like because it's a 17. So I mean, depending on what they do with the little ankle, the ankle liner there, and then like does it say it's going to be ice blue? Like
I think so.
Yeah.
It also has this Ama Manier, like I don't know how detailed they can get on the mock-up, but it's kind of going around the ankle liner.
Yeah.
Initially, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was gonna say initially, like my first thought was it's not making sense to my brain. But what else do I want from them? That's kind of what I have to ask myself. Like, what else do I want? Do I want another Jordan 1? Do I want another Jordan 4? We're already getting a Jordan 5. Would I have preferred a Jordan 6? Or would I want to see them on something different? Give me a dunk or something, or an SB or something like that. But then we get that all the time. So here's a 17, and I gotta appreciate it. So
I had this weird thought, like when Ama Manier started to do like, we got the 3 and then we got the 1 and then we got the 2. I was like, okay, man, like I can just see them going up to a certain number and then being like,
Done.
It's done. It's done.
Yeah,
Like we're
me
done.
too.
No more Jordan
Me
collaborations. If you were there, you were there. It was a
Me
moment for
too.
years. But blah 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 blah. And I really thought it was going to be like 10. I saw them going up to like 10. But
Yep.
then like we're getting rumors of a 17. I was like, okay, well,
Yeah.
who knows what's going to happen now? But I don't know. Like, what do I want more from Ama Manier? I don't like.
I think I have what I want, right?
I think I have what I want, but I also never asked for any of it in the first place either.
That's very
So
true.
that's like, well, I don't know what I want because I've never seen it. I'm not like, I'm a fan of their work, but I'm not like every drop. I'm not online trying to be like, yeah, let me cop something. You know what I mean? Like that's just how I am. It's very rare. It's very rare when I'm like online, like trying to cop something like with you guys on stream. You know what I mean? Like trying to be like, yo, I'm trying to get in there and get a pair of these for myself. So I don't know, man. I want to see the 5s before I see the 17s. And I mean, like, a whole other conversation about sneaker news coming out. Now we know what we're gonna get for like the next like 2 years, and it's like
that's crazy. And you heard me talk about that in the stream
yeah,
so many times, bro. Where I'm just like, I don't understand the need to know what's happening. Even 6 months in advance, sometimes it's like it's just too much. There's no excitement. You know, I'm not excited about the shoe by the time we actually get the official image. And granted, this may not even be what the shoe looks like. I know it's coming, so now it kind of diminishes the value slightly for me. But like you said, I wanted to go back to your point because you made a really good point where I always treated Ama Manier as like, and maybe it's just because of the way they present themselves and they just probably did a really good job at that. They're elevated. It's like luxury. It's elevated. It's, you know, it's not common. Like we shouldn't have 10 different Ama Manier. We should probably only have 4 or 5. And like you said, if you were there to get it, you were there to get it, and that's it. But it doesn't seem to be that's what's happening. And I think that's catching me off guard because it doesn't seem as limited or as luxury as I would like it to be if we keep getting these pairs.
That's fair. I understand that.
Yeah.
I have a couple Ama Manier like clothing pieces from Jordan collabs, and like it's all good quality stuff. Like
very
absolutely,
good.
like it's good stuff.
It's all very good quality stuff, man. I still think I didn't even like the 12s. Did you get the 12s?
Oh yeah, and the 12. Nah.
Yeah, you always.
Bro, I only have the 3s. I've got the 3s. Like, are they sitting out? Yeah, they're sitting behind me. Yeah, like I have the 3s, and that's it. Like, I wouldn't mind a pair of the 2s because I love Jordan 2s. The 1s were kind of like, I don't think they're gonna age well if you wear them a lot. So it's like, am I gonna? Right now, I'm in the phase of like, if I'm not gonna wear it, I don't want to just have it, and I don't want to just look at it. Like I'm past that part. I want to wear everything like thoroughly. So
through the door, yeah. So this is a good point. I remember 312. That's the way they dropped them. 312 is Chicago. For the 3s, the 1s and the 2s that they dropped. Then they dropped the 4s and a 12. That's 412. And then here's a 5. We're getting a 5 and a 17. So 517 is Michigan. Maybe it means something. I don't know. Is that why we're getting it?
I don't know. I mean, it feels like a reach a little bit, but I don't know. Maybe you're onto something.
I do think the first releases though, the 312, I think that was like a Chicago thing. I mean
that makes sense.
I think so. But I don't know what 412 is. Anybody know what 412 is? Well, like the 412 area code or what that is? Oh, we got another legend popping up in the building. We got another legend.
Oh shoot. Who's
got another legend? Let's see. How's your camera? You good? Give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Good to go.
James Wood said he's here. Oh.
What up, Rami?
Going on?
What's happening, man? How you feeling?
What's cracking, bro?
Good. A little lunchtime at work. So
yeah. You don't already have the Born and Raised pair?
No, I was just saying I got offered a trade last week, on Trade Block. And they offered me the Born and Raised, no box pair. He said he got a sneaker con, for and the black gums he offered me for my Why So Sad, my Crushed, and my Phillies SB.
Oh.
And I don't know. I just don't feel right with a no box pair. I'm like, I don't know. But now I'm like looking at it. I'm like, should I?
I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's worth it.
Don't do it. Nah, bro. Not them no box pairs. Them no box pair boys out there, man. They're not. I'm not trusting them boys.
Look, Wonton said it. He said no box, no deal. Very true. Very true. I wouldn't do it.
But you
But
remember see all them Tiffany's coming out?
Man.
People just have garbage bags.
Tiffany's and lobsters.
Nah, bro.
There were so
Oh
many
yeah, lobsters are bad
lobsters.
too.
Me and Rick saw probably like what that were you at that event? Maybe you were at that event at SneakerCon San Jose, the dude that was wheelbarrowing around like 30 pairs of lobsters, no box.
I think I saw that.
You had to. It was crazy. Yeah, facts. No box. No look pass for sure. But Rami, you're not the biggest like Jordan fan though, right? Like you're not like you don't really get into Jordans, right?
I don't know. If Jordans is for something for a resale that I could trade for an SB, that's one thing. But
all routes lead to SB.
Otherwise, I'm going for a friend of mine who wants them. You know, I'll go for them. You know, help them out.
Yeah,
it's in his name, bro. It's in the name, bro. It's SB.
I know, man.
It's like I said, growing up in the '90s, you know, watching the Knicks play, you know, and dealing with Michael Jordan my whole life, knocking us out, or whatever. So I can't put that on my feet.
Rami would hate my you'd hate my den right now. Everything is Jordan in this spot, bro. I got like
okay. I respect you know how great he was. You know,
Jordan everything. So I remember when somebody said that these dropped. These what is it? The 650s? Yeah, the LD 650s. When they dropped, I was like, "Yo, that looks like super similar to the SB4." I want to know where the chat is on this. If knowing where the SB4 is, you know, would you guys consider the New Balance over the SB4? I just want to know.
In my life.
It looks very similar, right?
never, not once, not ever. I'm sorry, and it's not a bad shoe. It's not a bad shoe. I'm not hating on New Balance. That's a sick shoe. It's a sick high top 550. Like I would consider playing ball in that shoe. 100%. Right. We're going out there. We're hitting the streets. We're playing some ball. The SB4 is just like it's a 4, bro.
My coworker, he's got his son. He played basketball. He was spraining his ankle real bad. He was in the hospital the other day because the kids, the shoes they wear now, they don't support their ankles.
Oh yeah, most basketball shoes are low top, which I don't even understand.
It was a ball, you know. The doctor's like, you better be off this thing for like 5 days, or you're gonna be more serious.
Personally, I don't understand it. I guess my thought on it is, I wanted to know if it was a conscious decision. Like, is this New Balance saying, all right, let's just copy it, let's do that and see if we can get them to buy it because everyone likes the colorway so much, and they see where like maybe resale value is on it. Is it a conscious decision to do that? Is it a true biting of the sneaker, or was this already scheduled to come out? No one knows, but I'm just asking a question.
I don't know, man. Like I feel like it was. I mean, these brands work 6-8 months, a year in advance. So I feel like it was, they probably had it. Maybe it wasn't scheduled to come out at the same time when they saw the SB4 and they're like, yo, pull that, let's run it. And like,
yeah, let's just run it right now.
That seems a little bit more feasible.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I don't know, but I don't think I would. I don't know. I think I passed, respectfully, to all the New Balance lovers out there. I think I probably pass and stick with the SB4. I still don't have them though. I mean, I think it's one of the pairs that I would reach back for. Are you reaching back for anything? Are you reaching back for anything? A lot of people say they're not reaching back; they're only looking forward. Are you reaching back?
I'm not sure you reached.
For next weekend, I got Tiffany's, I got the SB4s, and I got the Voodoo. Throw them on those.
Damn, you getting all that next week?
Yeah.
All right, man. So I'm gonna need the JR to send me a loan real quick, you know, so I can and cop some of these pairs. And I'm looking all of those. That's crazy, man. Congratulations, though. Those are some good pickups.
I mean, gotta be fresh for SneakerCon, man. It's been a minute since I caught anything. So
fresh to death. That's a different kind of fresh. What about you, Rami?
I just reached back on a pair of firecrackers that came out for July. You know. Yeah, there's a red pair and a black pair. I got the black pair with the red. It has like the fireworks inside, and on the back it says "caution, flammable." The other one says "warning, explosive" on the back. But yeah, I reached back for those older pair. So I just bought them today.
Okay, so I lost you for a second, but I heard you there.
The fire.
Oh yeah, then I'm getting you to send me Travis's, bro.
Yeah, I know, and you getting Travis's too, man. Everything. I told him, I was like, he's like, man, I don't have a U.S. address. I'm like, yes, you do.
My guy.
Like, come on, bro. It's a business address. You can use that anytime. Supreme. I was trying to think about it because I'm like so late on the Supreme, and I'm still like checking to see if it's ever gonna like come back. Are you just done? Have you ever been on? Well, Rami, I know you are. JR, have you ever been into Supreme, or has that kind of been? Was that something that you were interested in ever?
It's kind of funny. I knew about Supreme for a very long time because I had a lot of friends who were into skateboarding and whatnot, but I never really like tried to copy anything until they did the first Jordan collab on the 5 in 2015. And that was my first time trying to buy Supreme, and I hit like on the white 5s, like on the day that they dropped, like 11 o'clock and 30 seconds in. Like it was crazy. And like from there, it just became like, okay, like let me check and see what's popping. And I feel like that's when Supreme kind of like peaked, to be honest with you. I don't know exactly what kind of killed it, but that Jordan release was super awesome. And so I kind of I would cop here and there. Sometimes I would cop the resell, like a couple of the artist tees. I copped to resell. I copped a couple of CDG collabs and resold them. But I don't mind Supreme now. Like now I'm just more into like, I'll grab like maybe like a new tee, I'll reach back for like a tee for like an event or something like that, or like I'll grab like a new cap or like a new hat. But that's really about it for me in Supreme stuff. I would love to get the pack, like the Jordan pack back, like the 3.5s. Like those are so great.
That's literally what I do. Like I cop that like motion tee. I cop the motion tee just for an event, just to have, something fresh. But like sometimes to me, Supreme is a little like over the top for me. It's just too much. Like it's just not my style.
They dropped today. Did we cover it? No.
It's Thursday. My bad.
There's two hats, 4 sunglasses, a new deck, and a towel. I looked at it earlier.
That's tough. Wow. Did anybody cover it today? I didn't see anybody else. I didn't see anybody who was on today.
Someone said something to Roscoe, and he's like, "Oh, Supreme," and he went on it for 2 seconds. All right, bye. Yeah, he's saying no.
Oh man, they're starting to lose us, bro. How you? Well, Rick, I mean New York.
Yeah, for the longest time, I actually had on my calendar. By the way, I'm back. My meeting ended early.
Yeah.
For the longest time, I had on my calendar, the sign up when they instituted the whole online sign up to get in for the in-store line. Mm-hmm. I had it on my calendar, like, all right, Thursday, 11 o'clock Eastern Supreme drop, and then the Monday or Tuesday sign up for the Thursday drop. I actually had that stuff on my calendar. Not no more.
Not no more.
I was supposed to go to the Chicago one. I was supposed to go to when they opened in Chicago. I should have went. I didn't. I just I don't know. It wasn't important. But maybe I should have went to experience it because if they opened in Chicago and we got a Chicago tee, that would have been nice. What do you say? Hey, it's your boy from. Is that the UK? Did you guys cop the latest sketch joints? Yeah, bro. Hey, there's no shade here, man. You wear Skechers, bro. There's no shade here, none at all. Waiting on Supreme sale next week. Oh, we're getting a sale next week.
What's up?
He said we're getting a Supreme sale next week.
Oh, mid-season sale.
Oh, the SBs were supposed to drop next week, but that got pushed back now to fall.
Maybe they'll move it up now.
I don't know. That's 2 SBs now. Yeah, it got pushed back there in a couple weeks. So
wait, so we talked about the other part of everything that was happening with the Born and Raised. So are they officially canceled, or is it just off the calendar for now?
I think it's just gonna be off the calendar for now. Like I said, I talked to my buddy at the skate. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. No, I talked to my buddy at the skate shop, and he works there for a long time, and they talked to their Nike rep, and they said it's possible to get canceled. They're not sure yet, 100% what's going on. So, and then the next day, they've dropped off everything. So I don't know what the deal is.
Postponed. Yeah. So that's kind of what I like to like. What do they do if they do cancel it? They've already sent the pairs out to their boutiques and stuff like that. Are they supposed to send them all back Most of them probably already sold them already.
They're not out there. I don't see those SBs out there anywhere. I haven't been seeing them in the underground. Nobody's been talking about the back door.
Nah.
I think this just goes to a bigger point. We got to be careful what news we believe and where we get our news from.
Mm.
You know what I mean? There's a couple sources out there that, are starting to become slightly questionable. Right. I always knew those Supreme dunks weren't going to drop. I wasn't going to say nothing because I didn't want to step on nobody's toes. I knew those Supreme dunks were capped on that release calendar. When I saw that post, I was like, nah, those ain't dropping.
Really? I was for sure they were dropping.
I knew that from the rip. That wasn't going to happen. You know what I mean? So
how do we
just
feel
gotta be
about it,
careful.
though? What's the overall feel or take on the Supreme dunks?
I personally like them. I think that's a great looking shoe. I want them.
Yeah.
I want them.
I like the highs.
It's a nice shoe.
What's up?
Yeah.
Those highs are nice.
Oh, it's just
My bad, Rami.
no worries.
No, I was saying I love the highs. Like, they're both. I like them both, but the highs I like a little more than the lows on the Supreme.
Really? Is that you feel the same way? I would take lows over the highs. What do you say? I only see one store that had a raffle. I only see one store that had a raffle on the Born and Raised. I don't even know what they did with that. That's crazy. But yeah, I guess I just wanted to know because I know that everyone was reporting that the release is canceled, like as it's taken off, like it's done. But I wonder if they'll maybe retool what they're gonna do, if they're gonna drop them and donate to charity, or if they're gonna just take it off the calendar altogether.
Who knows? Maybe sneakers ends up with the whole stock. At this point, they don't ship out everything.
That'd be
Supreme.
nice.
Supreme does have. I mean, I'm not sure if it's a widely known fact, but Supreme does have a skate shop license or contract with Nike, so they get all the SBs. When I used to live by Brooklyn Supreme, I used to go in there. I was getting the dog walker dunks. I was getting everything from Supreme because it was right in my neighborhood. So they get all the dunks.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah, because you never seen any raffles or they never post anything about it. So I didn't.
Yeah,
know.
they little known fact.
Really? That's what I was trying to figure out. When you said they get them all, like the stores get all the SBs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's tough. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they do, and they they don't really get out to public. You'll
Most
see the resellers. Yeah,
are buying that up. Yeah, when I went to the new store in LA back in February, I walked in, I was like, oh shit, like they have like all inline SB stuff, like all what I mean, like the shovewear stuff and just regular like dunks and stuff like that. But you won't see anything hype there. No, all the employees buy that shit.
Yeah, it's just done. It's over with. What do you say? You can't even buy Born and Raised on StockX now. Interesting. Yeah, we talked about that earlier today.
Good.
I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I think that's a good thing. We talked about that earlier today. What's happening with the prices going up as high as they did because of an unfortunate event. I think it's good to postpone sales on them and figure out what's going to happen first, because people are, I don't know. We said they were taking advantage, but then we had this business versus morals conversation, and now I don't even know what to think.
Yeah, when I was talking to my buddy from the shop, he's like, yeah, with the prices this crazy now, Nike probably won't even give them to the shops. He's like, some shops don't give a F. They're just probably backdoor for a crazy amount of money. And that's the last thing Nike wants shops doing. So with that being said, probably not going to be a release to the shops.
Where are they at now, price-wise?
My size was like 1,300.
1,300?
When I checked last night, my size 11 was getting up to like 9.
Oh my God, bro.
Yeah.
1,300.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts. But I know, like I was saying earlier, a bunch of skate shops in LA already had them, and they're getting backdoored probably as we speak.
My God.
But what are you gonna do?
I mean, when we speak about like sneaker prices in general, I don't know if this is a touchy topic, but I feel like do you guys believe that there should be shoes that are $1,300 in general? Like, do you guys think that should even be a thing?
If somebody's willing to pay it.
I mean, if we're talking about like if we're going high fashion, like that's probably cheap,
right?
So I mean, like it depends on quality, brand, prestige, manufacturing, where it's made. Like it's all of these things come into no. I'm not going out of my way to pay $1,300 for a retail pair of shoes because
That's what I'm saying. That's more of what I'm saying. It's like a Travis Scott Jordan 1 low. It's $1,600. Like, should it be that? Should it ever reach that price?
well, it's supply and demand. It's not. I don't think it's about should it ever. It's why can't Nike make more so we don't have to pay $1,600?
Well, who sets the price? Who sets the price?
Rick said it earlier, bro. We're apparently driving the conversation, man. Like, we are part of the fucking problem, bro.
Yeah, we are, bro. Because as soon as we don't get it, that FOMO sets in. It's like, all right, how much am I willing to spend?
And you
It's
get
supply and demand, man.
And I'm not saying it's easy as like not talking about it makes you not part of the problem, but
Yeah,
I mean, like, it's a business of supply and demand, man. Like, bots and people are going to buy the shit up, and people who have connections are going to buy the shit up. And if it's a business to them, they're going to turn around and resell it to somebody who's going to pay whatever money they have in their pocket. Say they had a lick at the casino and they want to go buy it. Well, guess what? Now that person's $900 that they didn't have yesterday and they had today just set the price on that shoe that just came out yesterday because this person had $900 extra and they wanted to buy it. So that's like we. If you've ever paid resale for anything, you are helping set the price because that's what it is. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, to go to Bo Dominican's point there, he was saying how the boutiques make their money, with the backdooring. I saw it firsthand. I went for the Tiffany Air Force One drop. I went to one of the stores around here, the boutiques. They were doing a raffle, so I went there to go sign up for it. I got there and they're like, all right, you can sign up for the shoes, but if you want to spend $400 on merch in the store, we're going to guarantee you your pair. So you got to pay $400 for the shoe and then $400 on merch, so like of their stuff in their store, and it can only be on certain items. It can't be on everything. So by the time it came up to me up there, they're like, oh, we only got like size 6 left, whatever. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you kidding me? I'm like, they're like, oh, but if you want, you could if you don't want to do the merch, you can just sign up for the raffle and we'll raffle off whatever leftover pairs we have.
Premier here in California does that, right? They've got a little VIP list. Once you spend a certain amount on merch or other stuff in the store, you get to a tier, and pretty much everybody at that point, you're pretty much guaranteed a pair.
Right.
Yeah, I don't like that, right? I mean,
I don't think ain't no one less. It didn't Nike just put out, well, not put out, but like, I guess reiterate the rules on that's not supposed to.
Yeah, and it still happens.
Bro.
Look at JR. He's like, what do you mean rules?
Bro, Nike got special agent forces going around to each
That's
store
what I
every release,
said.
bro. Come on, man. Like that I get why they did that, but like, come on, bro. It was just blowing smoke, fam.
That's what I said, though. I feel like it was just to cover their ass because they had to say something because they know what's happening. But there's no way to really stop it. There's no way to really stop it unless you got like a secret shopper at stores.
Well, Nike
and
at one
they
point,
do, but I just mean, like, I just don't like that. Was just kind of like, I don't know, man. It was just kind of silly, man. Like, we would really, like, a Jordan store on Saturdays for releases, we'd open at 8 to sell release.
Yeah, right. Curtis makes a good point. No one likes the hookup until they get it. That's very true.
No, but on that point, like, I remember Nike at one point, like, I know like that store in Turkey, Istanbul 290 or whatever, they had their license yanked because their tier 0 license yanked because their raffles were like super unfair. And I heard a rumor that Kith also was getting their raffles audited. So I have heard here and there stories sporadically of Nike actually auditing raffle procedures.
Of course.
But it's not like this. Every store has to submit documents, and there isn't like a CPA in the background going, "Oh, guys, I found one." It's just not like that,
Yeah, definitely. I saw a store, I think recently within the last month or so. I thought they got caught up in that too, where they lost their license.
I mean, Nike doesn't really, like, as much as you do hear about that happening every now and then, man. Like, once that purchase order is cleared out and paychecks have been sent, Nike doesn't care. Nike's like, yo, we got our money, we're good.
Oh, they're sold? Cool.
Exactly. Oh, you bought 24 pairs and you got,
nice.
okay, cool.
That's all that matters.
Sick.
That's all that matters. So Rick, do we got anything else going on? That we want to talk about? Anything cool we can share with the family before we get up out of here?
The new app is under development. That's what I had to go drop for. We have new UX UI designer who started. We're essentially burning the entire app to the ground and rebuilding it. We've got a number of developers that have started. We're shutting down web. We're going all mobile. So you're going to see a lot of changes probably late September, early October. We're totally reinventing the live process. So it's not just going to be all auctions. We're going to have really interesting ways for people to like go on little gaming quests in the app and earn points and use those points to like get really cool stuff. So, we're totally reinventing Wanted. So you're going to see a lot of changes kind of like late September, early October. So again, watch out for that. And then just between now and then, look, you know how we do. We always just give people access to really dope product. We're going to be at all the sneaker cons, DC next weekend. We got a big one there. We're going to be.
They got a couple of other ones that just loaded up. Do you have any idea now of where we might? But people asking me all the time, like, you guys going to be here? You guys going to be there?
Yeah, well, now I'm going to tell you what your travel schedule is about to look like.
Yeah, I know, right?
2 months, right?
Hey, let's go.
Crew's going to learn in real time where we're going to need them.
Yeah,
all right, so we're doing DC. We're doing DC next weekend, and then I got a baby coming, so I gotta go on pause for a little bit. But then I think we're doing Atlanta. We're doing Tampa. I think there was a couple. Oh, LA. We're doing LA. That's my hometown.
I mean, you gotta be in LA.
No. Oh my God, did I just say LA is my hometown? Oh, shit.
Yes, you did. Somebody clip it. He's from New York. He said LA.
Are we guys doing Bay Area?
I said LA's. I meant to say LA's where I live. New York's my hometown.
You said
God,
hometown,
please
bro.
forgive me. Jim Jones, please forgive me.
Kids,
please forgive me.
Hey, are you guys doing Bay Area after DC?
We doing Bay Area, Rick?
We're not gonna be doing Bay Area. Hoodie, you say that one more time, we're gonna have problems.
He's from Canada. Wow. Hold up.
My mother was located in Canada at the time of birth. Yes, it's true. I get free healthcare. I like to listen to Drake, but 20 plus years in New York. So whatever.
What up? We out here in Toronto, bro. Ain't no shit.
Crazy. Do they do sneaker cons out there?
They have a sneaker con in Toronto. Yeah.
September.
Last year was rough. Last year was rough, I heard.
Actually, yeah, last year was good.
Really?
For being the first one since pandemic?
Really? Okay, because I heard a lot of bad reviews about Toronto's sneaker con last year. Yo, Flash Sosa.
I could be biased, but depending on like what people are looking at, I just love the culture. So I thought it was dope.
Yeah. I like Toronto. I've always said that's my backup plan. If things go totally crazy in the US, right? I'm throwing the whole family into the Jeep and we going up to Toronto, man. That's it.
Get right up.
Yeah.
Let's go.
But we are definitely doing Atlanta SneakerCon. I see a lot of people talking about ATL. We are doing Atlanta SneakerCon. We are going to be there. It's going to be
big. Dallas?
Big in Atlanta.
What about Dallas?
Dallas, I think, is another questionable one. I think the problem with SneakerCon is they loaded up so many shows like back to back. It's really hard for older guys like me and Crew who got families to like go do a show, run back home, FaceTime with wifey and kids, and then run back out to another show. So it's a little rough. We're trying to space them out a little bit too, but
I'm looking at the schedule for the rest of the year. I don't know if I could say what's what, but I mean, everything that's been confirmed, like Toronto, LA, Dallas, Tampa.
We need to get a New York one.
New York's been
TBD for like literally 2 years, like on the same document.
Yeah,
it's just been a TBD. Not likely, it says.
Yeah,
this is not likely. Damn.
Yeah, Got Soul. I know Got Soul is doing New York. I just think New York is such a mature market that convention shows don't necessarily need to go there, right? I think SneakerCon is a really good way to bring a community in your city that might otherwise be relatively fragmented between the shops and the passionate sneakerheads and the resellers and so on. Like SneakerCon's a good way to bring everybody together for a weekend. I don't think New York needs that.
What we trying to say about my city, bro?
Chicago's dope.
What you trying to say about my city though? Like you saying like New York?
Y'all pizza's ass though. Y'all pizza's trash. I'm gonna tell you straight up.
Wow.
I had it.
Wow.
Go. Take that pizza and go. Walk off the stream. Take your pizza and go. I have
Talking
never
about my
been
pizza,
so
bro.
sick.
Why are we going at the pizza, man?
Bro,
Damn.
everybody who came here, bro, said the pizza was trash. I'm like, y'all are just taste buds.
All of us
I
were
saw-
sick the next day. All of us were sick the next
You
day.
were. I was fine.
Because you've been eating this stuff, man.
I got baby.
No, man,
gut.
I went to Chicago and had pizza, and it was good. So I'm not.
See, look, thank you. Look, there's my dog. I got one here. Somebody
Yeah,
supports
one.
me.
All right. No, but Chicago was dope, man. Chicago showed a lot of love, though. Like I have to say, like, as much as I enjoy clowning Chicago, I loved Chicago, man. That city really showed up, gave us a lot of love. Don C came by the booth. That was dope. So I got a lot of love for Chicago.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was
Great,
fun.
but that's
what
the
you got
first
going
year.
on, bro? What you got going on, man? You all over the place. What you got going on? Anything that you
Me?
can talk about? Yeah.
Oh, I'm in Vegas next weekend for SneakerCon. Obviously, the weekend after, I'm staying there with the whole West Coast for the whole week, and then a little bit after, because Bay Area is the weekend directly after. So I'll be in Vegas from like Wednesday to Wednesday, and then off to Bay Area. I think the next one after that will be Dallas or Tampa. I'm not sure.
Mhm.
And then LA in September.
Hopefully
And
you
then
do
as well.
Tampa, bro. Hopefully you do Tampa, because I mean Roscoe's out there in that area
Yeah,
too.
yeah. We'll
Probably
be in
all-
Tampa for sure. We'll be in Tampa and LA heavy. I mean, I live in LA now, so we definitely doing LA big for sure.
Yeah, LA's gonna be super fun. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for that.
I never really experienced LA like that, so like it'll be nice to get out there.
Yeah, the 2 weeks I was out there for SneakerCon Bay Area, and then ComplexCon was like the weekend after. It was fun, man, just to stay around like Bay Area and LA, and I did a whole bunch of shit and commuted everywhere. Driving is absolutely terrible, but the city itself is fun, man. I really enjoyed it.
Man, that's what's up. Rami, what you got going on, man? You got anything happening?
Not really working, but got a lot of
What's
work.
the next concert? Is Taylor Swift coming back?
No, we got some K-pop band girl groups coming. We got Beyonce at the end of July.
And you get to see Beyonce this year too?
Yeah, won tickets at a event we had the other day. I gave them to my wife. I'm like, here you go, take them. But
sick.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, we got that. I'm going to Cali in 2 weeks. On the 14th, I'm going out there to some movement concerts.
Awesome.
Then I got I'm doing a little jet ski tour from Newport Beach to Catalina, back and forth. So
the wine mixer? You going to the wine mixer?
Going to the damn wine mixer.
This guy doing something even I haven't even done yet, doing the Newport Beach to Catalina.
That's Catalina wine mixer. You better go to the wine mixer.
She's scared of going on the water, so I got my friend come with me. So
they got sharks out there, bro. We've been hearing about like shark attacks lately, man. You ain't gonna catch my...
Bro, you gotta watch out for them orcas, bro. They be
right.
Trying to lure people down to the depths of the ocean.
They like spicy meat too, bro. They
like
spicy meat. I got a lot of turmeric and curry powder in my blood. You know what I mean? I be eating roti and goat my whole life, bro. You put me in that water, the sharks just like
done, bro.
I'd throw some Chicago pizza behind me, but they might skip that and go for me instead.
Oh wow!
Wow! All right. Wow. Everybody disrespect. I don't do water, bro. Period. I don't do water. Make sure you guys hitting that like button, man. We got about 53 million in here, man. I can't see the likes. I don't know how many likes we got on the stream, man. This is our first stream back since like Monday, so I'm gonna be here for a little bit, man. So I'll probably be back Saturday morning. But I just wanted to pop on and kind of talk some sneakers with you guys and catch up. Anything that we did that happened this week that we didn't talk about, that anybody wants to talk about? Anything?
Nothing really. I saw, like I said, they just posted that they're saying stock is like 600,000 over of those UNC toes are going to be dropping.
That's another one, man.
I heard they're coming out. I heard the stock drop is supposed to be the next Thursday. They're talking about
next Thursday. Drop.
That's the rumor.
That's another one that's I don't know, man. I don't know if it's needed, but I don't know if anything is really needed. But I just 600,000 pairs of that shoe, even 500,000 pairs of that shoe seems like too much. How you guys feeling about the UNC toes?
Let's go back to the conversation we had. Let's go back to the conversation we had earlier.
Let's do it.
Who cares? It's a nice shoe. I'm gonna buy it. Why are we so concerned about the fact that the 600,000 resale ain't gonna pop? It's too much. It's a nice shoe. Let people have it. What's wrong with it?
Is it a nice shoe though?
It is.
Rick,
It's a nice shoe. It's a
Is it?
nice shoe.
What makes it nice?
Sorry?
What makes it nice?
Yo, Rick, I love you because you're an old head like me, but like your brand is called Wanted. You gotta rep the people that want the shoe, bro.
It's a nice shoe, bro. Like, but look, I've been wearing Jordan 1 since I was a kid. I work out in Jordan 1s. I do marathons in Jordan 1s. Like, I love my Jordan 1s. Even right now, I still wear them. I think it's a dope shoe. I think it's nice. Colors got some good legacy.
Have you
good
seen
story
it before?
to it.
Or seen similar?
Have you seen? Dude, I'm 43,
That's what
bro.
I'm saying.
I've seen every shoe at this point.
Before.
I've seen every shoe at this point.
Same
You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing that can't surprise me. It's just dope. I mean, I like it. Yes, 600,000 pairs. That's fine. Everybody's gonna get a pair. That's great. If people want them, let them have it.
But then when they sit, they were like, "Oh yeah, okay." You know, nobody.
Cool, it's a nice shoe, bro.
It's a nice shoe. It's like it's a nice car. It's a nice shoe. I'm done.
It's a nice shoe.
It's nice. It's nice.
How does nobody on YouTube, let's just sneaker YouTube, have like a show that's just called the Resale Report? That's all they fucking talk about. Like, instead of just talking about the culture, like someone should just have the Resale Report where they literally have the prices and the stocks, and that's it. I'm out making money. Peace. Like,
yeah,
that would be the end of the show. Like,
I feel like Keith Adam does something like that, but it's not. He doesn't stream. He just tells you what to buy and what not to buy.
Right. Right now, it would be the negative report. Like, don't buy this. Don't buy this.
don't buy this. Don't buy that. Don't buy this. Nothing. We giving shade to UNC Toe now. Dang, it's not shade. It's just like all I'm saying, bro. I'm just saying. I just want to be, some sort of like. I want the shoe. I don't really care to have it. It's like, okay, it's just another pair. To me, that's just another pair.
On another note, did you see those elephant print 1 highs that they did for Spike Lee? That they just took the elephant print ones, just put his face on the back of it. They did
speaking of
for him, guys. Congratulations for winning this award. He won at an award show. So they had like 100 pairs of the elephant print ones and just put his little picture on the back of it. And I didn't do anything else to it. It was like, I got all these pairs sitting. Let's just use this.
Jordan Bain be doing some wild shit sometimes. But speaking of putting Spike Lee's face on stuff, we would love a retro of the Fire Red Forwards with Spike Lee.
That'd be nice.
I need to see those De La Soul dunks, the OG. That's the we're talking about reachbacks. I need that original OG De La Soul SB Low retro. That's the pair that I'm reaching back for. If anybody got a size 10.5, 11, let me know.
The ones that like went to outlets.
Yeah,
the post a lot, so I'll let you know.
Yeah, please let me know. I want a pair of those real bad. That's my one reach.
You want the brown with the green, not the
brown with the green. I got the white pairs already. I got the white pairs from like 2015, 2016. I need like that 2000. Was it 2005, 2006?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pair that I'm looking for. Yeah.
Gotcha.
No, Chris said the elephant print ones and repaint the swoosh turquoise to make them look like Atmos. I like that. I don't mind that.
I like that too. I kind of like I like when people get, creative with their shoes too, because I'm not that person, but I don't think I can. I think I can have an idea, but maybe it doesn't translate well. But I like seeing the guys who can create something and rock it out. Alan says sneakers are dead because of the economy. Nothing more, nothing less. Is that true? Is it just the economy, or does it have anything to do with things being stale? Does it have anything to do that we've seen the same shoes since 1985? Nothing. Just the economy.
Conversation for a different day. I definitely do got to drop off. This has been fun, man. I enjoy kind of rapping with you guys. It's been dope. I'm gonna run, but talk to you guys later, man. Peace out.
For sure, man.
Peace,
see you.
Man.
Peace out. All right, man. I think that's probably going to do it for today, too, man. We've been on for about an hour and a half, man. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you guys haven't done it already. Hit that like button, run it up, subscribe to the channel. Where can they find you, JR, if they want to find you on Instagram or anything like that?
My name is JR Weidman. Just how you spell it, or just how it sounds, the opposite of a skinny woman, JR Weidman. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. And then also, of course, I got to plug the squad. Check us out, eBay Sneakers, at eBay Sneakers on Instagram, obviously, and Twitter and TikTok as well.
Awesome, man. Awesome. How about you, Rami? The SB God. Uh-oh, we broke up.
This man's in the Matrix doing the robot.
SB Rami on IG. There it is. All right, man. Well, I love you guys. Thank you guys for pulling up. Probably go live tomorrow, StreamYard as well, probably around the same time. So if you guys are available and you want to hop on, you guys are all welcome. Always, man. But I will see you guys in the next one, man. You guys have an incredible day. Get outside, enjoy the sun, tell your family you love them, all that good stuff. I'll see y'all in the next one, man.
Peace, man. Thanks a lot.
Peace.